Tolomatic Incorporated, manufacturers of quality linear motion products, presents field repair of the BC2 series band cylinder. This videotape will cover field repair procedures using Tolomatic band cylinder repair kits for 1-inch through 2 1/2-inch bores. The slight differences in repair procedures between this group of cylinder bore sizes will be discussed as they occur in the repair procedure. For repairing BC2 band cylinders, Tolomatic recommends you use the following supplies. For cleaning of cylinder parts, a water-soluble cleaner such as Alpha 3 or equivalent, and clean, dry cloths. For resecuring screws, Loctite number 242 or equivalent is recommended. For lubricating parts, use a Teflon bearing lubricating grease such as Magnalube G or equivalent. Repair kits for cylinder sizes 1 through 2 1/2 inches include an inside sealing band, an outside dust band, 2 end caps, band inserts, springs, bearing rods, U-cups, and cushion seals for the piston assembly, O-rings for the cylinder head assemblies, O-rings for the cushion needle valves, and wear rings for cylinders with bore sizes of 1 1/4 inch and larger. Tools required for assembly are a vernier caliper or metal ruler to accurately determine the trim length of bands, a set of Allen wrenches, a blade-type screwdriver, an O-ring pick or similar tool, a tin snips, a torque wrench, an appropriate size socket set, a rubber-headed hammer, and a razor blade. Disassembly procedures. Remove the cylinder heads. Dismount the cylinder from its application and place it on a workbench. For cylinders with bore sizes of 1 through 1 1/2 inches, first loosen the socket head cap screw, which holds the band clamp in place, until the screw head just protrudes past the end of the cylinder head assembly. Gently tap the screw with a plastic-headed hammer to unseat the wedge in the head assembly, which in turn releases the bands. For cylinders with 2 or 2 1/2-inch bore sizes, loosen the 2 set screws from the top of the cylinder head assemblies to release the bands, then remove the band cover. Remove foot-mounting hardware from the cylinder if present. Next, remove the 4-cylinder head screws. With a rubber-headed hammer, gently tap the cylinder head away from the tube to release the head from the cylinder. It may be necessary to rock the cylinder head back and forth, or use a flathead screwdriver to carefully pry each of the cylinder heads off. Be careful not to damage the tube or the heads when doing so. Unscrew the cushion needle valve and remove the O-ring. With an O-ring pick or similar tool, remove the O-ring from the seal grooves on the head snout. Repeat this procedure for the second head. Remove the carrier assembly. Remove the shoulder bolts from the carrier. Then release the end caps by removing all 3 screws on one end cap. Remove only the top screw on the other. Pull the end caps away from the carrier, being careful to contain the spring located inside the pocket at the top. One end cap will still have the bearing rods attached. Lift off the carrier and remove the end caps. Remove the bands in the piston assembly. Remove the top dust band by sliding the piston bracket assembly out one end of the tube. Lift one end of the dust band, drawing it back across the cylinder tube. With the piston and dust band removed, collapse and remove the inner sealing band. Press down lightly with an O-ring pick, gliding the pick the length of the cylinder tube, releasing the sealing band from its grooved slot. Be careful not to scratch or damage the tube slot. Wipe excess grease from the piston. Remove the cushion seals from the ends of the piston. Then remove the U-cups and the wear rings. Use care when removing to prevent any damage to the grooves. There are no wear rings on the 1-inch bore model. The BC2 band cylinder is now completely disassembled. Before reassembling the cylinder, inspect all disassembled parts for wear. Dampen a rag with water-soluble cleaner. Move the rag back and forth to clean the inside of the tube before inspecting. Lift the tube and check the bore for any defects, scratches, or nicks in or around the tube bore and slot that could affect piston wear. Check the bolt holes on the piston bracket. They should retain their oval shape without irregularities. Upper and lower band ramps should be intact and not worn. Check the piston itself for scratches, nicks, or any other imperfections. Check for excessive wear on the wear rings and bearing rods. Excessive wear could indicate improper adjustment, inadequate lubrication, or that replacement of the cylinder is necessary. Discard all replaceable parts after inspection. If you have any questions regarding possible problems you may encounter, call the Tolomatic hotline at 1-800-328-2174